All right, let's take a look at Sally Goodin. So we've been using the Sally Goodin position quite a bit in this course, using exercises and other things. Now we're going to look at the tune. So most of it is going to be in the A part will be in Sally Goodin position, and the B part is going to be based out of this bar shape. It's going to start in the partial bar chord, and it is going to move back down to the Sally Goodin position. So it starts off with ring finger on the first string, 9th fret, index, 2nd string, 8th fret, and it's kind of using a handful of different rolls. I'd call it a hybrid forward roll, and it's mostly used in this tune, but it could be used in a lot of different things as far as improvisation goes. So we're going to be doing that pinky thing where we choke the 11th fret 2nd string, and we'll be using it on the 10th fret 2nd string. So we're just going to go through each measure and the roll patterns. So we're going to start. Here's the first measure. All right, so that first measure, we're going to have middle finger hitting the first string, thumb on the 5th. Now we're going to choke the 11th fret 2nd string, and we're plucking that with index. Then we roll through middle on the 1st, thumb 5th, index 2nd. Now the middle finger on the left hand is going to reach down and hit 9th fret 3rd string. We pluck with thumb, and then index hits 2nd. So first measure. Now that smoothly rolls into the next measure with middle hitting the first string. So here's the second measure. We got middle on the 1st, thumb on the 5th. Pinky is going down on 10th fret 2nd string. We pluck with index, middle 1st. Now we're going back down to hit this melody note on the 9th fret 3rd string. Pluck with thumb, index 2nd, middle 1st, and thumb 5th. So we've got. Here's the next measure, third measure. So you can see that most of these are just variations upon each other, so they're very similar sounding. So now this next one rolls into index, hits the 2nd string, middle 1st, pinky chokes the 11th fret just slightly. We pluck with thumb, middle 1st, thumb 5th, index 2nd. Now we're doing the melody note with middle finger hitting the 9th fret 3rd string again, and then middle 1st. So that measure. All right, now here's a section where it's going to go to a D lick, a D chord. We're going to be keeping our ring finger on 9th fret 1st string, and we're lifting off. We're going to index, 3rd string 7th fret, and we have kind of a square roll. It's going to sound like this. That's the last measure of the A part. So we've got thumb hits the 3rd, index 2nd, thumb 3rd, middle 1st, jump back into that triangle Sally Goodin position. It's almost like an E minor chord, but we're using it over a G. And we do a forward roll, strings 3, 2, 1, 5. So that measure. So that's the A part, and you're going to do that 2 times. Now let's look at the B part. All right, so the B part is going to start in that partial G chord at the 12th fret, bar chord, and it's going to sound like this. The first measure starts with a quarter note. We pluck with middle finger. Here's the first measure of the B part. Quarter note on the 1st string with middle finger. Now here's partial chord we're going to hammer on from index to middle 11th fret on the 2nd string to 12th fret. And we're going to be doing starting a forward roll with the index on the 2nd string, hammer on, middle 1st, thumb 5th, index 2nd. Now we reach out, and these have been in some of these exercises we've done, so you should be used to this now. Middle finger hits 1st string, 14th fret. We pluck with middle finger, thumb on the 5th. So we've got the second measure keeps rolling straight through, but we're going to do index is 2nd string. We pluck with the right hand, and we're hammering from 11th to 12th on the 2nd string. Again, middle 1st, thumb 5th, index 2nd, pinky hits 1st string, 14th fret again, pluck with middle, thumb on the 5th, and then quarter note, 12th fret, 1st string. So here's our second measure. All right, now we have, basically the third measure is going to be a hammer-on from 11 to 12, and it's kind of like a quarter note. We're going to pluck it, and then, so here's the third measure of the B part. So here's where we're actually going to switch positions. So we pluck with index on the 2nd string, hammer on from 11 to 12. Then we move down to our Sally Goodin position, and we're going to do a forward roll starting on the 5th string. 5, 2, 1, 5. Pinky is going to hit 10th fret, 2nd string. We pluck that with index. Middle 1st. Now we jump into that triangle position again. Forward roll. So that's third measure of the B part. And then the last one, middle finger goes 3rd string, 9th fret, forward roll, strings 3, 2, 1, 5. Index does a quarter note on the 2nd string, and then pinch. So there's Sally Goodin played note for note with all the proper fingerings of the left and right hand. And this is the kind of based off the Scruggs version, but feel free to try to improvise, be creative with it. And there's many, many versions of this. So anytime you see a version of this, try to learn it. It's like any other fiddle tune, Cripple Creek. You want to have many, many variations, but this is a good starting point for the up the neck solo where this tends to start on banjo. So anyway, have fun with this, and good luck, and we'll see you in the next lesson.